Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
An unexpected
An
party.
unexpected party.
The next
The
day,
next day, Bilbo
forgot
forgot
completely
completely about Gandalf.
Just
Just before tea time,
there
there was a very loud ring on his front doorbell, and then he remembered Gandalf.
Gandalf.
He quickly
quickly
prepared some tea and cake and ran to the door.
I
I am so sorry to keep you waiting,
is what
he was going to say. But when he opened the door, he saw that it was not Gandalf at all. It was a dwarf with a long blue beard and very bright eyes. On his head was a dark green hood. As soon as Bilbo opened the door, the dwarf came inside as if he had been invited.
Darling,
at your service, he said,
leaning
leaning forward in a low bow.
He took off
He took off his hood and hung it on the wall in the corridor.
Bilbo
Bilbo
Baggins at your service,
service,
said the Hobbit.
Hobbit.
He was
He
too
was too
surprised
to ask any questions.
They looked
They
at
looked
each other for a
at
moment.
each other for a
Soon
moment.
the
Soon the
silence
silence
became
became uncomfortable,
And Bilbo
and
said,
Bilbo said,
I
I am just about to have some tea. Would you like to have some with me?
Bilbo
sat down at the table with Darling.
He was
He was not sure what to say to the dwarf.
What would you do if an uninvited
Uninvited
dwarf
dwarf came into your home without an explanation. Suddenly, there was another ring at the door, a much louder ring than the first ring. Excuse me, said the Hobbit, and he went to answer the door.
So
So you are finally here.
That's what he was going to say
Gandalf the town.
But it was
not Gandalf.
Instead, there was a
There was a very old-looking dwarf with a white beard and a red hood. He also came inside as soon as Bilbo opened the door, like he had been invited to.
I can see
they have started to arrive already, he said when he saw Darling's green hood hanging on the wall.
He hung
His own dress hood next to it.
Balin,
at your service, he said in a loud voice.
Thank you,
Thank you,
said
said the
Bilbo,
Bilbo,
trying to
tried to catch his breath.
It was not
It
the
was not correct thing to say, but they have started to arrive. Had made him very confused. He liked visitors, but he liked to know them before they arrive, and he preferred to invite him himself.
But Bilbo
But Bilbo thought he was a very good host to his guests and said, come inside and have some tea. I would prefer beer, if you do not mind, my good sir, said Balin with the white beard.
And I would
love some cake if you have any. Lots, Bilbo answered in surprise. He ran to fill a glass of beer and get some cake he had just made.
He
He was going to eat it after dinner. When he got back, Balin and Darling were talking at the table like old friends. As a matter of fact, they were brothers. Bilbo put the beer and the cake down in front of them. Suddenly, there was a loud ring at the bell again, and then another.
It must
It must be Gandalf the town, he thought as he hurried to the door.
But
But it was not. It was two more dwarfs. Both had blue hoods, silver bells, and yellow beards.
Each of them
Each of them carried a bag of tunes and silver As soon as Bilbo opened the door, they stepped inside. Bilbo was not surprised at all.
What can I do for you, my dwarves?
My dwarves, he said.
Keely, at
Keely
your
and
service,
your service, says one,
And
and
Phyllis,
Phyllis, said the
other.
other.
And they both
Both
took
took
off
off their blue hoods and leaned forward in
low
low bow.
At your
At
service,
your service
and your
and your families,
answered
answered Bilbo. He remembered to be Polish this time. Dwelling and building up here already, I see, said Keely. Let's join the crowd. Crowd? Thought Miss Baggins. I don't like the sound of that. I need to sit down for a moment and think. Soon the bell began to ring again, and in came Dory, Nori, Ori, Oz, glowing. Bilbo showed them to the dinner room where the other dwarfs were sitting and talking and eating his food and drinking his tea and beer. Suddenly, there was a loud knock on his door. Bilbo ran down the corridor. He was very angry and very confused. This was very strange this day he could remember. He opened the door and they all fell into the corridor in a large pile. More dwarfs, 4 more dwarfs, and there was Gandalf behind all of them. He was holding his staff and laughing. He has made large hole on the beautiful door with his staff. He has also knocked out the serried symbol that he had put there the morning before. Let me introduce Bifur, Buffer, Bonwood, and especially Thorin. Now we are all there, all here, said Gandalf. Everyone asked for something different to eat and drink, and Bilbo realized that he would not have any food on his breakfast tomorrow. At this moment, Bilbo was feeling confused. It seemed like the adventure Gandalf had spoken about was already in his house. Bilbo was become annoyed. The dwarf ate and drank and talked at the table while Thorin, a very important looking dwarf, spoke to Gandalf. Thorin was smoking a pipe and blowing an enormous smoke ring whenever he wanted them to go. Bilbo sat and watched him. He loved smoke rings, and then he felt embarrassed because he has been so proud of the smoke rings he has blown in his garden yesterday morning.